Hey guys, back again today with a different kind of video. It's a response video to a $100 NES challenge that was done by MegaDan29, and also I recently saw it by CMRetro, Chris himself. So really kind of a neat video. I like the idea, so I thought I'd give it a shot myself. They used price charting values because it was consistent right across the board, and it was just cart-only copies of NES games. Get the best collection you can, just like you're starting fresh, with $100 according to price charting. So it was a really neat idea, so I thought, hey, I'm going to try that. There's some games. I'm going to use factors like games that I really love quality-wise. Of course, you have to take cost into the factor. And you also have to think about getting a variety of different types of games in that collection. $100. NES games have gone through the roof so much, you just can't get as much as you used to be able to get. So anyway, stick around. I can't wait to show you what I picked out for my games in the $100 NES Challenge.
By the age of 50, you don't have to.
Alright, so let's start it off. The first game I picked out is an inexpensive game because I had to find some inexpensive games, but games that are a lot of fun to play, and that I'm familiar with, but again, I'm looking for real variety. And believe it or not, at $6.50, I picked Fester's Quest. A lot of people really kind of hate this game, but a lot of people really like it too. It's playable, it's beatable. It'll take a while, but overall, I think that it's more highly thought of now than it was back in the day, because it was very hard back in the day, that's for sure. A game, again, that we had, I don't know if I had it or my brother had it or my sister had it or who, but I did play it a lot back in the 80s, so that will be a great game. Good price as well, so you got to keep that in mind, right? So Fester's Quest. Next up, now here's a game. Remember, I'm showing you the box, but this is for the cart-only value, okay? And that is the all-time classic Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Very difficult game, but just an absolute classic. I can remember playing this game way back in the day and how challenging it was, yet how much fun it was at the same time. It just took a lot of practice, and now I guess you can see how important it is to the original NES when you think about this being just released on the Cowabunga collection for the PS4, Switch, Xbox Series S, X, whatever. The modern day systems are releasing these games, these older Turtle games, as part of these compilations now. So yeah, you gotta love it. I mean, even games like this from Ultra made Konami create a new company just so they could produce more games for the NES back at the time. And this one, it's a game that everyone remembers. Everybody probably has some pretty frustrating memories of it too, but I really think it should be in any collection. And at $8.43, you can get it into that $100 collection without much difficulty. Now here's an all-time classic. You gotta have a black box game in there, right? You gotta have a black box game, so I picked one of my favorites. That's Excitebike. Love this game. Always love this game. Of course, I wish I could have saved some of the tracks that I made in that. But then again, maybe I don't wish I hadn't have saved them, because if you had to save them, I wouldn't have made so many over the years. So I guess it's a good thing I couldn't have saved them. Nowadays, I guess you can find ways to save them. But anyway, Excitebike, all-time fun game, whether it's one player, whether it's two players. Just an absolute classic, and it seems, it's not real complex, but it's just one of these things that you love playing over and over again. Again, show by the longevity. It's been every incarnation. Excitebike 64, there's modern day versions. Of course, it's on the Switch online, NES Online for the Switch. Yeah, people just love to play this game. And at how much was that one? $8.84 for the cart. So no-brainer, put it in your $100 collection. So my next choice is a game that we had when I was a kid. Love playing this game. Good combination, adventure game, driving the tank around, and also you get out of the tank to adventure into the mazes and such to fight the enemies to get equipment. And that's Blaster Master, Broder Bun Special. Love this game when I was a kid. Don't think we ever made it through and beat the whole thing. I gotta try to do that again. I keep saying that, but I never take the time. You just don't have the time now that you used to have back then. But this one, for $9.72, this is a no-brainer for any $100 NES Challenge collection, because, man, I mean, the quality you're getting for that low value, that's pretty good. Love this game. If you haven't played this, by all means, check it out. But, I think everybody's played this at one time or another, but I just love it. Anyway, Blaster Master. Next up is a game that might not be on very many people's list, but is sort of special to me because it's the very first game that I ever beat on the NES. and it is the Goonies 2. And the story behind it is I had just been introduced to the NES. It was probably 88 or 89, and my roommate had one. And he also had the Nintendo Power that had the walkthrough for this game. So we went through the walkthrough, went and rented this game. First of all, went through the walkthrough and beat the game. And I was fine with that. It took a long time to do it. It was a lot of fun. And frankly, it's a great little adventure game. And of course, everybody knows the Goonies, right? So perfect thing to add to any collection for the bargain of $10.84. So how do you beat that? You just don't beat that. That is fantastic right there. Next up is the game that I probably have the least personal experience with. I didn't play it at all until later years when I heard so many people raving about how great it was. And that's another Sunsoft game, Batman the video game. I've never played through again the whole thing, but I gotta take the time to do it because there's something just very special about this game. I've heard so many great things, and I've played enough of it to realize how much fun it is for $11.75. So you're adding another top quality title into your collection right there. Well under $100, right? Try to add as many quality games as possible. This one right here is going to be in there for $11.75. So Batman the video game. Okay, so next up, I thought to myself when I watched Chris's video the first thing this morning and then MegaDan's afterward, that I don't want to pick any of the same games that they picked, but I broke the rule already because I was going through it and I decided to leave this game out, but I decided to put another sports game in, Double Dribble. But when I put in Double Dribble, I come in 2 cents over. So this one was, how much? This one was 16 cents less than Double Dribble, I think. So, man, I doubled up because, frankly, this is the game. I'm Canadian, for Pete's sakes. Of course, I'd rather play this than Double Dribble. And that's ice hockey. Still play it to this day. A lot. On the Switch Online. Played against Jeff. GoGameGo, right? We streamed some games of it. Some best of 7 challenges and such. So much fun. Yeah, it's very cartoonish. It's very arcadey. But it's just simply a fun game. And if you're from Canada, you gotta have a hockey game on here. And I'm not a Blades of Steel fan. I prefer this game because if you're going to go as far away from hockey as Blades of Steel does, you might as well go a little bit further and just make it that much more fun. I really think this is a lot more fun than Blades of Steel. But anyway, broke my own rule. Chris, I know you had it on your list as well, but I'm going to add ice hockey to mine. $4.34. Now we got another game that's probably not on many people's collection, but it was one of my absolute most favorite games from the NES Omnibus Volume 2. You check that video out if you want to. I have a top 10 video of all top 10 games from the NES Volume 2 and the NES Omnibus Volume 1, 2 Brett Weiss books that were out earlier this year and last year for Volume 1. But this is a title that probably is not on your list, and that's Rocket Ranger. 2 reasons. First of all, I love the game. I love the adventure of the game. It's kind of repetitive, and I'm sure people are going to say, it's very kind of it can be monotonous, it can be repetitive, but it's a game that I had way back when, and we did manage to beat it. And for the grand price of $6.48, it's a great addition to a $100 collection. I'm telling you that right there. Man, just try it out. It's got some kind of adventure, some strategy, and at the end of the day, I just simply love this game. For less than $6.50, it's in the collection, let me tell you that. So I've already added my favorite game from the NES Omnibus Volume 2, so let's add it to the one from Volume 1, and that is Karnoff. Karnoff is another one of the very first games I ever beat, and I beat this full through, no walkthrough, just beat the game. And again, that was back in university days. My roommate, we had it back then, and it's just a platformer action game. Lots of fun. Some people say it's brutally hard. I think it was Chris actually said on his different times how hard this game is. I haven't beaten it in years, but I have beat it, and I would love to go through it again sometime. I think I'm going to work on that as well. Karnoff, I was shocked, though, at how expensive it was. Didn't keep me from adding it, though, because I wanted to add it, absolutely. But $15.56 for this one. So, we're still a little bit of money to play with in the collection, but this one had to go in. Last but not least, this is probably my absolute favorite game on the NES. They're awfully close to it. I mean, it's up and down all the time, but this is a game that Chris and Dan both talked about when they were doing their list, but they decided to choose the cheaper option, the precursor to this game, Tecmo Bowl, whereas I am going to stick with Tecmo Super Bowl. This is one of my all-time favorite games on any system. Right now, on Console Purist in the Hall of Fame, I'm voting for this game every week to make the Hall of Fame. And I remember I played Tecmo Bowl a ton back in university, and then when I went and I moved into residence on my last year, I went out and I bought this that spring. We used to run through the playoffs to get the 8 playoff teams, I think it was 8, and then have big tournaments, and it was just so much fun. It might have been 12 teams, doesn't matter, but so much fun. All the guys getting together, we play this, we throw $2 each in, draw a name out of a hat of a team, and play away. So and it's just the kind of game I can still pick up today and have so much fun with. And the quality of this game is really shown by the fact that there's people out there, there's groups making new rosters every year to be played with this game on ROM sets. So fantastic game, and it's the most expensive one in my entire $100 collection at $17.40. That's the loose copy, remember, not the box copy. But it simply deserves to be there. Sports fan or not, you're going to love this game. Super Tecmo Bowl, right on. Well, guys, that's it. That's my $100 NES Challenge collection right here. I got 10 games in it, and like I said, going into it, it's very important for quantity as well as quality. It's got to be a balance in there. And also try to get across different genres, whether it's action, whether it's adventure, little RPG-ish, you know. Sports. I always love sports games too, so I'm pretty happy with this group. Did I get how much? Under $100? It was $99.86 that I already told you. I had to put back Double Dribble, which was $4.50. And would have given me $100.02. So I put it back and I said, to heck with it, I'm taking ice hockey anyway because I like it better anyhow. $4.34 and 14 cents under. Anyway, thanks a lot. We're not tagging anybody in this, but if you want to do your own list, by all means, make a video on do the $100 challenge. It's a lot more difficult than you think to go through that list and try to get some quality games. It's easy, go grab one like 2 or 3 $30 games, but it's really hard to balance it. I could have added Mega Man 2, I could have added a Super Mario game, but it just didn't really make any sense to do so, to me anyway. But if you don't want to make a video, just do it down in the comments down below. It'll be a lot of fun. Speaking of comments, don't forget to hit like, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Coco really appreciates it when you do. And thanks a lot for spending a little bit of time with us here today. You take care.
Papa Pete, the old ass gamer. Papa Pete, the old ass gamer. If you haven't grown up by the age of...
What is going on, guys? I'm CMRetro Gaming, and you are watching Papa Pete, the old guy gamer.
What the hell?